Being, doing and having together, that's the beacon light of community. But it equally requires boundaries, semi-permeable bricks of creative freedom held with the mortar of responsibility. True community is never about herding or being mindlessly subsumed. The vanquished perhaps submit, but lovers only ever surrender. Because the one implies going under being subsumed, while the other implies surfing high on the freely giving, flowing, yielding fullness of life. To have a life abundant, we must become great lovers in every sense of that expression, and that is the vocation to which we are called, both in and through experience of this new community. A self-realization that begins in self-care. At the dawning of this moment and any given day, it's about getting real and staying real in your unique presence while safely drawing the same from others. Become yourself, be yourself. There is no one better qualified. If in doubt what to do with your life, feed the hungry, either directly or metaphorically. Begin inwardly by asking for the spiritual vision and the courage to work with your shadows. And then step into the ever-deepening beauty that goes beyond both skin and ego. We are the ones we've been waiting for. This is the hour. I'm Magee. This is the Corona 7. A 10-minute sequence of exercises drawn from the wellspring of Eastern esoteric exercise tradition, then adapted to meet the needs of our present era. It concludes with a 10-minute relaxation that nurtures the seed of unconditional love and unity to bloom within you. Let's begin. Please join me now by receiving your next breath with awareness, enhanced by your attention. For where attention goes, so too will energy flow. Begin to breathe deeper with the awareness that as your body breathes in, so too does every cell breathe in. And as the body breathes out, so too does every cell breathe out. Aware of cellular breathing. Perform the following hand gestures to seal the power of your attention, so that it penetrates through the field of the macroscopic to that of the micro, rolling the hands closed as you breathe in, opening the hand and extending the fingers as you breathe out. Breathe as many times as you can comfortably in this manner, 20 max at this stage. Then hold the breath for as long as you're able to with comfort. Then repeat. This concludes 1 round. Perform up to 3 rounds in all. Remain sitting if feeling dizzy, otherwise take a standing position. Cross your gently closed hands at the level of your belly. Raise them wide as you breathe in. Lift the arms and the chin and take a full breath. Hold the breath in as you bring the palms to the throat, thus building the intra-abdominal pressure. Breathe out slowly as you push the wide open palms to the belly, much like a French press coffee pot. Repeat as long as you feel right. Take a stable position with your legs comfortably apart and your feet turned out up to 45 degrees. Interlock your fingers and snuggle your palms together. Raise the arms as you inhale, then lower them as you exhale, while at the same time bending the knees to move over the second toe. Do it slowly at first, engaging the whole body in the undertaking. Then, in your own time, increase in number, speed, and intensity. This exercise engages the nervous system, causes the heart to circulate blood generously from the core to the periphery. It drains lymph and powerfully tones the musculature. It makes you mentally strong in focus, cutting off extraneous influences and marrying your experience of an ever-expanding sky to the sobriety of your earthly form. Do it, and do it often. Repeat the exercise 12 times, facing each of the cardinal directions. Like to go deeper? Then come on up to the piece of my beach shack, and we'll continue till relaxation. Excuse my French. Je ne veux pas, 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 je ne veux pas. Keep going. Complete 10. Breathing in, breathing out, in, out, in, out, in, out, in, out. And then lastly, we've faced the north, the east, the west, and finally turning to the south. Again, chopping wood is about centering and cutting off from extraneous influences. Let's complete with 10 facing the south. Hi! 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 Straighten your legs, comfortably open. Take your hands as if you're holding a staff and inserting it into an imaginary millstone. Turning the millstone, inhale, coming back, exhale, going forward. This allows you to consult your own inner rhythms from your own center. One obvious one is your movement to the toilet. If you're wanting to quicken your bowel movements, you move in a clockwise direction. Just as if you want to restrain your bowel movement, you move in an anti-clockwise direction. Exhale forward, inhale back. Complete 10 to 12 of those in your own time. The sensation you have in the back of the hamstrings is the awakening of the will. That'll help you to move through the remaining 5 of the 7 coronas. Straighten the left leg, bend the right leg. Holding on to the right leg, turn your body to the right. If you'd like to deepen this stretch, you wrap your elbow around the right leg and lift the chest up so you're pressing both sit bones into the floor, and with your right thumb roll the hip down away from your chest as you lift the chest away from the hip bone. This creates space in the waist, space that enables you to move the navel to the right, following by the chest, the shoulder, the jaw, the bridge of the nose, all turning to the right, and then turn your eyes to the extreme right corners of the eye sockets. Dorsiflex the left foot behind you to anchor the pose in the other direction, and open both hands and the chest. So opening through the periphery and moving from the core. Here, take 10 slow connected breaths. Keep the right foot spread on the floor. Keep both sitting bones pressing down into the ground. And let the quality of the earth, that feeling of grounding, solidity, sobriety, nurturing, let that quality enter your bones through your buttocks and move right through your body to be expressed in the top of your head. So that if the Google satellite was to photograph us now, it would easily mistaken the top of your head for being a part of the Earth's surface. Let everything between soften and turn. After 10 breaths, repeat the same on the other side. Gently coming out, straightening the right leg, bending the left leg, and repeating onto the left side. This is cat-cow. Come onto all fours. As you inhale, lift the chin, lift the gaze, and lift the buttocks. And as you exhale, drop the tail and drop the chin to the throat. Inhale, lifting, lowering the belly. Exhale, dropping the tail, dropping the head, arching the back. This action tones the nervous system and restores flexibility to the spine. This is the first level of cat-cow. The more advanced version requires you to begin the pulse in the tail and then move the pulse up the spine all the way to the neck. Lifting the tailbone, lifting the lower spine, middle spine, upper spine, neck. Inhale, exhale, sending the wave up the spine. There are 27 vertebrae in all. 26 of them are independently mobile. When you first start doing this posture, there's a tendency to move 3 or 4, even 7 vertebrae all at once. See if you can animate each one like a domino. Inhale, lifting the tail. Exhale, wave moving along the spine all the way to the neck. Use the support of your knees on the floor to lift the tailbone, lift the lower spine, middle spine, and use your hands pressing onto the floor to spread your shoulder blades and lift the upper spine, chin to the throat to lift the neck. In a cycle. The bridge lock pose. Lying on your back comfortably, hands around the feet, feet as close to the buttocks as you can. Lie your spine onto the floor, hands pressing onto the floor. Inhale, press your lower spine down by bringing your pubic bone to the navel, navel to the floor, lifting your tail, pressing the middle spine down, lifting the lower spine, pressing the upper spine down, lifting the middle spine, and then pressing the backs of the shoulders down, lifting your chest. Keep the knees over the feet, and then exhale, take down first your upper spine, then elements of your middle spine, lower spine, pubic bone to the navel, then the sacrum onto the floor, then rolling the coccyx, the very end of the spine, onto the floor as you lift the belly. Inhale, exhale, rolling in the opposite direction. Inhale, exhale. This gives you the opportunity to massage each of the vertebrae of the spine with the support of the floor. Just one note about this position. If you exhale and swallow, the organs of the throat move down onto the neck. That allows you to bring the chest up to the chin. This exercise massages the thyroid and parathyroid glands, which are the regulators of the body's metabolism. It also stimulates and squeezes the adrenal glands, which supports the functions of the kidneys and the adrenals, which are the inspirer of the metabolism. Take a moment to rest before you roll out. If you're used to sitting cross-legged, you may not need support, but otherwise incorporate whatever support you need so that you feel totally comfortable in this position, ideally with equal weight onto both sitting bones. We're going to go forward and rest the forehead either onto the floor, onto a tower of fists, or onto your palms, or you may incorporate a higher structure like the table or a chair. I'm going to demonstrate today with a single cushion. Inhaling, exhaling, going forward. Once you're in the forward position, continue to breathe rhythmically in and out, so that the action of breathing massages your spine and the internal organs. Consciously let the skin of your brow soften and expand and spread onto the support of the cushion or your hands. This will relax the cells of the front brain. In that position, allow your chin to come forward to the throat and the skull to roll forward away from the neck. This draws the spine out of the skull, creating space for the brain, space which you can tangibly feel as a softening behind the eyes as your eyes fall back into the eye sockets. Stay in that position for about 7 to 10 slow connected breaths. During the exercise, you may find that your spine becomes more supple. You're able to move from the tall supported position to a lower one. Having finished cross legs going forward, we're now ready for Corona 7, the heaven position. Preparing for Yoga Nidra, yogic sleep, deeper than regular sleep, as you remain awake and aware to enjoy the sensations of deep physical relaxation. For this, you'll need to take a reclined position with your head supported on a pillow. If you have any lower back discomfort, you can lift the knees and support them with a pillow like I'm going to demonstrate. Lying the spine onto the floor, vertebrae by vertebrae. Head supported, each leg supported under the knee. Lift the chest and roll the shoulder blades down towards the feet so that your back feels comfortably supported on the earth. Close the eyes and prepare for Yoga Nidra, yogic sleep. If you're cold, you can cover yourself with a blanket, as the heart rate will slow down this position and your body temperature will lower. Prepare for Yoga Nidra. When we do the yoga asanas, the yoga exercises, we look to take the skin onto the flesh onto the bones in alignment and the joints bearing the forces. When we do Yoga Nidra, however, we look to let the skin spread across the flesh to lift off the bones releasing, joints opening, allowing for the free flow of fluids carrying energy, oxygen, nutrients, moistening and lubricating qualities, immune support, communication from every cell to every cell. 37 trillion cells in the average human body. More cells than there are stars observed in our sky. And yet here they all are in a field of intelligence that is our body-mind. Prepare for Yoga Nidra, yogic sleep, deeper than regular sleep as you remain awake and aware to enjoy the sensation of deep physical relaxation. Prepare for Yoga Nidra. Let's begin by allowing the skin that we call the webbing of the toes. Allow the webbing of the toes to spread and soften. This will release the structure of the toes and allow the circulation to flow to even this most peripheral point. Allow the arches of the feet to relax, releasing the structure of the feet, their weight borne on the outside heels, feet falling to the side, releasing the ankles, the shin bones sinking down into the body of the calf muscle, which opens easily to receive the weight of the lower legs. The skin of the knees spreading and softening, the backs, inside, tops and outside of the knees, released, relaxed, free of tension. Let the skin of the calf muscle spread and soften onto that muscle, which then lifts and releases the bone to extend from the hips all the way to the feet. Let the weight of the pelvis sink down into the tailbone, releasing the skin of the pelvis and the hips opening, releasing, relaxing. Let the skin of the belly broaden and soften across the belly muscles, which at first lift with the in-breath and then fall with the exhalation, their weight sinking down into the lower back, releasing the organs of the abdomen to fall into their fascia, supported and protected. The organs are happy. Let the weight of the chest fall into the back being supported by the floor, arms extended, palms open, fingers gently curled. Let all the weight of the head sit back into the pillow, extending the neck, softening the throat. As you next swallow, let all the organs of the throat fall back and up. Outside tips of the mouth broadening and softening, as if to suggest the very, very beginnings of a smile. Just enough only for you to detect. This will soften all the muscles of the face, the lips, the cheeks, the nostrils, the bridge of the nose and the orbit of the eyes, all soft, relaxed, free of tension. As you release the skin of the brow, let all the cells of the front brain fall into the rear brain, like the gentlest of falling rain. Rear brain cells spreading and softening. It's here that the optic nerve finds its point of origin. Allow the optic nerve to extend all the way up to the eyes, and let the eyes themselves fall back into the eye sockets, bathed in warm, moistening tears. Any tension in the eyes falls to the outside tips of the eye sockets, into the floor, into the earth and away. Let the outside tips of the eyebrows tumble towards the temples, creating space for the forehead to broaden and soften in every direction. Every direction. Every direction. As the body breathes in, the mind notes breathing in. And as the body breathes out, the mind notes breathing out. Breathing in. Breathing out. Breathing. "37 trillion cells in the average adult body, considered to be your own, as they have your own signature DNA. And yet there are scores more other cells that have no nucleus at all, both in and on your body. They're the bacteria, which are also essential for life. And then there's an infinite amount of bodies we call viruses. Our science doesn't consider them to be living entities at all. And yet here they are, all in a symbiotic balance to support life. And within the scale of the human experience, we are aware of this life as the sensation of vibrations and rhythms. Even while lying now perfectly still, we are aware of the rhythm and vibration of the breath, the beating heart, sensations of bubbling vibration, warmth, cold. There is the sound of my voice, its rhythm and tone supporting your journey into deep relaxation and ease to meet this moment well. A moment of growing peace and ease. From such a place we may observe inner sensations, sensations of swelling and percolating, of inner lights, colours and soundscapes. It's here that we encounter what the ancient sages called the Chitti Akash, or veil of the mind. It's here upon this veil of thought, at the threshold between the comfort of the known and the wonder of the unknown, that we write in the glowing dust, I am light, I am love, we are one. I am light, I am love, we are one. I am light, I am love, we are one. Returning to the sense of the body lying still on the floor, practicing deep relaxation at the conclusion of a yoga class. Begin to breathe deeper, gently stimulating and awakening the nervous system. In your own time, initiate movement by wriggling the fingertips and toes. And when you're ready, bend the left knee, roll out to the right side, taking the weight off the heart. Remain lying still or come up to a comfortable seated position. Thank you. This concludes the practice of the Corona 7, a 10-minute sequence of yoga postures fit for this time. My name is Magee, also known as You're a Free Yogi. Of this you can be sure. If you have been housebound, sedentary and screen absorbed, then this yoga sequence called the 7 Coronas, meaning the 7 crowns, sheaths or auras, will serve you well. Firstly, to unblock the blockages. Secondly, to make the energy move freely. And thirdly, to support you to sit back and open to experience the natural state of paradise that is within you, a moment ever fresh. So here we are. Let me know how it was for you, and if you would like to explore further, how would that best suit your needs? I'll continue to post further details on the 7 Coronas, which is a generic sequence of exercises to suit everybody. The key to good health, both personally and of the world, is to have harmonic resonance with universal truths that can sustain you at times of crisis. The cost of this program's release has been already covered by one of my more generous students. But it's only natural that everybody is different, and everybody has a unique constitution, unique lifestyle and time management requirements that need to be considered when designing a practice of most relevance. Let's not be in a hurry, though, to homogenize our humanity, as the world needs us all on board, in the truth of our uniqueness and diversity. Hey, thanks for hearing me out. So it's ciao for now. As the Chinese say, 事事美好, wishing you everything beautiful and good. G'day from down under, and of course, namaste, which means the divine in me respectfully recognizes the divine in you. I am light, I am love, we are one.